Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at Merrick Manual, Inorganic Arsenical Toxicosis in animals. What does that mean? How animals are affected by arsenic toxins. So inorganic arsenic compounds such as arsenite or arsenate can contaminate groundwater and cause arsenic poisoning. Affected animals generally display intense abdominal pain, diarrhea, or bloody mucodiarrhea, a staggering gait, or irregular or thready weak pulse, dehydration, gastric or abdominal contents not preserved in formalin soil, or suspect substances may be sent to a diagnostic laboratory for evaluation. So what happens is groundwater can contain inorganic arsenic in the form of arsenite or arsenate, and that's bound to oxygen atoms. Trivalent arsenics or arsenites are more soluble, therefore more toxic than the prevalent or arsenic compounds. And these include arsenic trioxide, pentoxide, sodium, potassium arsenate, sodium and potassium arsenate, and lead or calcium arsenate. And the lethal dose of sodium arsenate in most species is 1 to 25 milligrams or kilograms, and cats may be more sensitive. In production animals, arsenates are 4 to 10 times less toxic than arsenates. And decreased use of these compounds, such as pesticides, ant baits, and wood preservatives, have more poisonings and are less frequent. Also, arsenates were used to some form of extent as dips for tick control, and lead arsenate was sometimes used as a tennicide in sheep. And many of these compounds are no longer used in the U.S., but they might be available in other countries. Now, what happens if they are absorbed? Well, soluble forms of arsenic compounds are well absorbed orally, and after absorption, most of them are bound to RBCs. And then it distributes to several tissues, with the highest levels found in the liver, kidneys, heart, and lungs. At subchronic and chronic exposures, arsenic accumulates in skin, nails, hooves, sweat glands, and hair. Also, arsenic undergoes hepatic metabolism, and it undergoes renal excretion. Most of the absorbed arsenic is excreted in the urine, and inorganic arsenic in methylated form. Also, the mechanisms of arsenic toxicosis vary within the type of arsenic compound. General tissues are rich in oxidative enzymes such as gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidneys, lungs, endothelium, epidermis, and they're considered more vulnerable to arsenic damage. Also, trivalent inorganic and alphalytic organic compounds exert their toxicity by interacting with sulfide enzymes, resulting in the disruption of cellular metabolism, and arsenic can uncouple oxidative phosphorylation. And we can also see the diagnosis of inorganic toxicosis as well, the treatment, which is the companion of animals, IV fluid, induction of emesis, gastric lavage, blood transfusion, and penicillium, and also large animals, IV fluid, thacotic acid, sodium thiosulfate, DMPS, DMSA, penicillium, or continual monitoring as well. And just some key points to know is inorganic arsenic toxicosis still occurs both companion and large animals. Inorganic arsenical toxicosis can be considered when animals have intestinal abdominal pain, mucodiarrhea, and fragments if intestinal epithelium is sole in the stool. It usually is acute, but predominantly affects the cardiovascular system and gastrointestinal. Liver and kidneys may be affected, and treatment should include the removal of the animal from the offending source, supportive care, and the administration of specific chelators to remove the heavy metal. So that's how arsenic can affect animals, both large and small. That's why, if you want to keep your pets safe, or larger animals, it's always a good idea to periodically test your water for any levels of arsenic.